I see you, boy. Yeah, you get that fur. You got that fur, boy. I ain't lying. Go around, drop the cash out, Joe. Go around. Drop cash out, baby. Yeah. What's up, bro? Nah, little chit chatting and this, that, and the other, back and forth at the house trying to make it. Still chasing the dollar even while I'm at the house. You know how that goes, V. Where you at, VA? You at home? You at home? Chilling? Go around and drop your cash app up in there. Go around. You in San Antonio? You got load out of San Antonio, Hotshot veteran? You got load? Cause you're in an okay spot. I know what's something at over there, man. They pay good too, man. They be moving that shit every day, bro. Woo! 12 drop delivery here in Houston, a lot of Dallas, then 5 and 4. Damn. Get that money, boy. Yeah, you stacking the check, boy. You talking about 12 drops? Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, but man, I just came chit chat with y'all a little bit tonight about shit, my day a little bit. You know, as y'all know, I'm pretty mechanically inclined. That's kind of my thing. You know, even before high shot, that's kind of my thing. And had a friend of mine he's from Mississippi, but he runs a high shot company based out of Texas. Shout out to them guys. Shout out to Chris over there, CMG, and Matoy. Them they doing big things. But man, brought a trailer to me. You know, so I talked to him. You know, on the phone the other day. I was like, I'll be at home ready to do a little something on Sunday or whatever. And you know, brought 40-foot 22 GN big text to the crib. You know what I'm saying? You know, I get it in, yo. I get down. So like all that bearing activity, them lugs, all that old type stuff, seals, oil and yada yada yada. I do that. But the problem with their trailer is they got brand new trucks. They like the Fords, which is good. They got some nice trucks. But this one particular trailer they had, it wasn't a new trailer. And you'll run into this a lot because, you know, some of us or some of you will procure trailers that have been used before and they have different build dates on it as far as years is concerned. I think this trailer was about a 2010 model trailer. So, like I say, with those trailers back in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, it wasn't super common to see a junction box on those trailers when it came down to wiring. Most of those trailers are straight wired. Like the wire that starts at the beginning of the 7-way plug that plugs in your truck is the same wire that goes all the way back to the last light on the truck. You know, if you deal with some wiring on these trailers, you know you got a junction box usually that your 7-pin connector wire comes in. It goes to 7 different posts inside that junction box, and that goes to 7 different wires on the trailer. So when something happens, my safety chain rust out and busted out. You think I get in trouble with DOT if I drill through the frame and run an 8-grade bolt to safely grade A bolt to secure the safety chain back to the trailer? Nope. I don't think you'll get in trouble for that. But what I would say would do with CFL, I see what you're saying that your chain rusted off, and I would do that to get it back to home base or whatever. But I most definitely go see a welder about getting the eyelet put on that, and what I'm saying, just make that look as factory as possible. can't get a hold of your welder, hey, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you like I tell myself. Cause tomorrow I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere but do some stuff with this trailer because I ran up on a leak today, y'all. Y'all know I got them contees, but before I put the contees on there, I'm gonna give my trailer a little tune up. I'm gonna put new bushes and stuff in the leaf springs and everything. Make sure my trailer axle alignment is directly on point before I put them expensive ass tires on there. But I ran up on a leak today with 16 ply, 17.5, exact size I needed in Louisiana today. And the tires, I'm gonna let y'all see them when I put them on, but the tires, they cost about $1,400. You know what I'm saying? It costs like 1,400 bucks. Like, and I got them for $280. Brand new, never been mounted, never touched ground. But yeah, man, with that issue right there. Hey, what's up, Jane? Hey, man, it's all good. I'm at the crib, just hitting y'all up on a little trailer info, man, about this wiring and also about that thumbnail that I dropped for this whole little live thing, man. That's a picture from underneath the trailer. Man, please, you guys, if you own dual tandem trailers, even single tandem trailers with 8K axles that are all bath, when you do your pre-trip inspection, just take a moment, get one of your tarp blankets, one of your packing blankets that you use to cover your load up before your tarp mats. Get you one of those, and just take a moment to go underneath the trailer and look at the back side of the tire. Thumbs up if you know a lot of stuff that happens dealing with brakes, tires, and stuff like that. When you do your pre-trip, you'll miss it, and something will happen to that tire later, and it's simply because it was on the inside of the tire. Thumbs up that. Because, you know what I'm saying, what you can't see really can kill you, man. Like, I'm serious about this safety stuff, man. And what I ended up seeing wasn't a problem with the tires. Tires were great and everything. But with the oil bag axle, you know what I'm saying, you have a tendency for when that bearing wears in after you first initially get that trailer, you have to come back and do an adjustment on that bearing, i.e. take the center cap off, take the castellated nut, or either take the carter pin out and tighten the bearing nut. Tighten it up until it doesn't tighten anymore, and then back it off a quarter of a turn. And that's going to provide you with, it's tight enough to where it's not going to move, but it's loose enough to let the oil or the grease flow inside of the bearing. This is very important, you guys. Like, this shit is so serious, man, because what happens is as that bearing wears in to its race and its groove, it wears in, the bearing wheels wear. They become smaller in diameter, which creates clearance. It creates a tolerance right there to where in a matter of maybe 20,000 so miles, as it wears in, the gap inside of that bearing hub changes, and it allows that hub to actually cock sideways just a little bit. And you'll see this in the form of, on a dual tandem trailer, you'll actually start wearing out the inside tire. And you wonder how is it riding out the inside of the tire. You got the exact same pressure, both tires the same size, and you start to see inner tire wear, where it's actually a bearing adjustment that's necessary to stop that from happening. But that's not the bad part. Now, thumbs up if you know that inner seal that's holding all that oil in for that axle needs to ride true on that surface that it's in contact with in order to form a seal. Thumbs up if you know that. Thumbs up if you know a seal doesn't work unless it contacts all the way around. So in that instance, you got a true surface, and you got a seal that's inside of this hub like this on that true surface. So now you got a leak. And contrary to what people think, The viscosity on that oil that they use for oil bath and even semi-oil bath axles is not the viscosity that actually clings to things. It's the viscosity that actually flows in order to get in and out of the bearing quickly, provide the lubrication, and cool the bearing. That's one of the things that they look at when they made oil bath hubs. It runs with better gas mileage, lower viscosity oil. It cools the hub fairly well when the level on it is right. If the level ain't right, it doesn't do its job. But as a result of that true surface and that imperfect drum running sideways on there, you get a leak. So you start to lose all your oil out of your axle. And that's one of those things that you're not gonna see. It'll look perfect. I promise you, it'll look perfect on the front. You'll look at it. Only thing you'll notice is that the oil level keep dropping, and that's a big indication. Normally, you may have to top that oil off once every 2 to 3 months. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no stuff you have to do every week with an oil bath axle. If you add an oil to an oil bath axle every week, you gotta ask yourself where the oil going. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought, because see, we doing this stuff, and like I said, ain't no experiment going on or none of this stuff. It's just true mechanical fact about the operation of what we using every day. And I suggest that everybody that does this or wants to do this get as familiar as you can with the equipment and how it works. Because how it works and the lack of maintenance on the systems and how they work can kill somebody. And this ain't what I heard. Like this stuff is crazy. Like, okay, when I got under the trailer, I'm there to check in for why the brakes won't engage and why it keeps throwing this code back to the truck. Well, just being from my background, I know why it's throwing the code back to the truck. That's a short circuit. Anything probably 2005 or better in a Dodge, Chevy, Ford, it don't matter. It has a redundant system that on the trailer brake circuit, when the truck senses a short circuit of any kind or ground, a power to ground situation where the load goes up and you're basically arc welding a wire to a piece of metal because it has current going through it, it senses that and it temporarily turns that particular output off on the fuse box via the ECM. The ECM sees the voltage spike, the ECM sees the amp draw and says, wait a minute, something ain't right, cut it off. And it sends a message to your dashboard that says, hey, check the trailer brakes, check the trailer brakes. There's something going on with your trailer brakes. So in that case, the problem of the inner seal compounds the trailer brake problem if you have electric trailer brakes. Go a little bit more in depth. Inside of your drum on your electric trailer brakes, there is a magnet. This magnet becomes energized when you press the brake. The brake pedal switch operates and gives you current to the trailer. How often I change them? To be honest with you, if you maintain them, i.e., at least if it's grease bad, at least greasing them once a month, pumping some grease in there once a month, and readjusting them probably about every 2 months, you really like. They last, man. I really haven't had to just do it. The reason why most people end up replacing a bearing is because they let it run out of adjustment for a little too long, and once you get it back into spec and you tighten it up and you give it that quarter turn off, there's still play in it because the rollers are worn out, and that usually comes just from poor maintenance and lack of maintenance. But you know, I to be honest with you, I got a 28-foot PJ trailer. That trailer got over 300,000 miles, and I think it only had one set of bearings, and that's just because for a long time that wheel was out of adjustment for real. How do I set the trailer brake, the trailer bearing axle nut? Most general rule of thumb on that is gonna be with a grease. With a grease, you're gonna go tight, but not torque tight, but tight. No slack in the wheel when you shake it back and forth. Tight to where the wrench feels good and snug. You can bump it a couple times with your hand. It's snug. and then run that back off a quarter to 3/8 of a turn to where you can feel the nut back off, but you really can't move the tire. Like the tire doesn't have any shake or shimmy to it per se. But you want the minimum amount of side movement in that tire as possible, but still allowing the grease to go in. So basically full tight, take it back a quarter turn to 3/8 a turn. But you'll feel it. And as you do that, you want to rotate the tire and just feel how it's going to free up a little bit, and it's going to free spin after that. You know you're pretty much in adjustment. Well, or same basic principle, you might come off of it maybe a eighth to 3/8 of a turn, because they set up different between a semi or a semi grease type axle. The clearance on it is a little bit different, but it can basically be done by feel. You don't need any special tools or anything like that. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, what ends up happening is you lose that oil out the back of the rim where you can't see it. I ain't gonna lie, man. Oil bath for grease bath. I'm a grease bath guy to my heart. And that's actually the suggestion I gave the owner of that trailer. Because what he's gonna need for that trailer is 4 seals, 4 caps with the new O-ring in it, 4 magnets. Because, you know what I'm saying, in these instances, once you lose, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot of oil. A 10K axle, 12K axle, 15K axle, it holds about a half a pint of oil. So that's a lot of oil going inside the drums. And what happens is, you can clean all that off, you can do everything, and you'll come to find out that if you have a little wear on your magnets, you ain't never get that oil out the magnets. So you might well just buy some magnets from the door, because that's gonna create a short and a different on load. The computer gonna read that as a problem, and you're gonna just be the did all this for nothing. You gotta pull them hubs back off, and you gotta buy some new seal. Basically, you know what I'm saying? You can slip them off and get the seal and put them on, rework them. I've done it, but just be 100 about it, you probably want to put some new seals in there. So you have to do the job twice. So you might as well just buy some magnets and everything once you get in that situation where you'd actually lost oil onto the whole braking apparatus, and it's gone in there and actually soak the shoes and soak the magnet, because that magnet, that's a wound up coil. That's an electromagnetic coil. So if it get down in there and seep in between those thousands of twists of wire, you're not gonna get all that oil out of there. It's just not gonna happen. Shit, that turned to a Q&A next. Yeah, I chilling with the hay. I prefer 3-axle or a dually. Dually. And to be honest with you, it's more about the driver. This shit depends on the driver, yo. This one of the biggest things that's gonna be detrimental to the trailer, especially with weight on it. Whether it be a 3-axle, it be a dual tandem, got your pretty ass dual tandem with a spread on it. The bigger the spread, the worse this shit is, what I'm talking about. But what you'll come and see, the bigger problem having a tri-axle trailer is that one axle is going to be the pivot point, and there's always going to be an axle dragging completely. And in a perfect world, it would always be the front axle grabbing, the back axle dragging, but it don't always work like that. That's why curiosity might ask you why you never see, or you very seldomly see, a spread axle 48 with super singles on it. Because you're going to blow that tire out. Because in the way that trailer is designed, and the bolt that's in that trailer, the back tires will be the pivot, and the front tire get drugged. That's why they run real slick dual tandem tires on them before they flat. With a spread axle on it. Anything with a spread, you'll never see super singles on the spread. Not with somebody that know trucking and no tires. We ain't gonna do it. Grease all the way though. I told them when they do that and put the seals back in and do all that stuff and man throw the magnets on there, they're gonna be 1,000. But when they get ready to put it back together, pack all the bearings in grease, completely fill the whole thing in and with grease, pack that thing back up and just check the adjustment on it every couple months. You know what I'm saying? It's really not a big deal. But if you're overloading your trailer, once again, I'm gonna say this: try to be slick. It'll catch up with you. If you overloading your trailer, shit get crazy real fast. And the thing about these oil bath axles, the reason I really don't dig it, like talking about it, is because in the event something happens like that that you can't see, you did your whole pre-trip, you was as safe as you could be, you just didn't get on the ground that day and look under the trailer, but still, you did your pre-trip, you hit tires with hammers and all type of shit. You know, you did your whole pre-trip. If you go down the road and that axle loses that half a pint of oil that's inside of it, within approximately 2 minutes of riding, you know, with all that road noise in your ear and the radio going, the GPS going, your wife calling you on the phone, all that shit going, and this road, and you riding, and you can't hear this high pitched squealing noise as those bearings are back there getting hot. You can't hear that. You'll never hear it. Only thing you know is either the next thing you know, your rear of your trailer is flying up in the air, or you get to your next exit or fuel stop and you happen to notice that a set of your dual tandems are missing. I'm talking these motherfuckers. I seen this happen on big rigs and hot shots. This ain't limited. This ain't limited to just 53-foot step deck too big for a hot shot. Fit Duval? No. Cause I mean, to be honest with y'all, we do that. And we run it like a hot shot. I mean, it is what it is. The same way I'm telling y'all to do with these non-CDL hot shot. That's the same thing keep going on with the 53-foot step. See, what I don't be doing, I don't be capping. The stuff that most of these folks doing, slid on crowd that. You slid on crowd that, doc. It's a L550 with a 53-foot step, good combo. Buy a big rig fits. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Hey, fit. Don't even play with it. Duval, baby, don't even play with yourself. It's gonna pull it all day. You're gonna be mad as hell when you can't put that real weight on there and they really paying. So up when a semi slide right up under that same trailer, you're gonna be mad. Real talk, you're gonna be mad. Big truck ain't hella bad gas mileage. That's a myth, man. You can get anywhere from 5 to 7 with that. And I'm gonna hit you up this week, consultation. I'm going through the first period of MS. Hold on, bro. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see your comment. With the UAD DLT, I really appreciate it. Hey, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all too, man. John Harvey, most definitely, man. Get up with me, bro. Found a 40-foot triple ass for 4,000. Yeah, that's a good deal if it's in good shape, Chris. For real, if it's in good shape, that's a good deal. For real. For $3,000. And that was the situation of the trailer I was working on today. I think bro paid like $3,000 for that 40-foot he had. No doubt. And get what? Still got a lot of life left in that trailer. And you know, just some stuff you had to do. You know, we were watching a little bit earlier. My homeboy Dave, he over there, he had a little issue with his trailer. It's shit that happened. Lugs loosen up, shit like that. I try to bring my trailer in at least once a month and do what I call a little trailer tune-up. Knock the dust caps off, shake a tire. Knock the dust cap off, shake the tire. If it needs readjust it. But regardless of if it does or doesn't, shoot some grease in that thing. Shoot some grease in that thing. Because just driving in inclement weather, hellified rainstorms and stuff like that, if you have any deviation in any seals or sealing surface, you're going to get water inside that axle, man. You want to pump fresh grease, pump the water out, pump fresh grease in. That's why I like grease axles, man. Because you can clean that out. Because, you know, you can drain the oil off your axle and readjust it. But once you take that cap off and you break that O-ring, you really need a new cap or O-ring, you know. It's just a lot more simplistic. So that was what I told them to do. Buy a couple of cans of high temp grease, and when you put it back together, don't put the oil in it. Fill that whole thing up with grease and just make sure it stays in adjustment. Anything to look out for on you, trailer, pull the trailer, bro. Most definitely get down to examine everything. If it's a non-CDL trailer and they got 7K axle, the axle should look like this. It shouldn't be straight. It should look like this up on the trailer. If it's straight, they already done flatten the axle out. Your tire gonna wear funny. It ain't gonna never be right. But at the same time, that's gonna be the biggest thing looking at on a non-CDL trailer. Not so much as the other ones, but non-CDL trailer, making sure that axle still has, you know, the arch in it. You know what I'm saying? And just actually pull the trailer. Hook the trailer up. If they won't let you pull the trailer, and you can, I mean, shit, they can come ride with you. If they won't let you hook that trailer up and pull that trailer for yourself, don't buy it. Because one of the biggest things people do with these trailers is bend them. 10-ply tires do suck. It's a little bit better on a dual tandem trailer because you got 8 tires carrying the weight instead of 4, but they're on a single tandem trailer. Yeah, 10-ply tires suck. They're going to keep you on the side of the road. They're going to make you mad. They're going to make you spend probably the same amount of money some good tires would have cost in the same amount of time you would have been riding on the same pair of good tires or set of good tires, to be honest with you. That's why I endorse that 17.5 upgrade. Do you have video on your monthly tune-up? Not a big mechanic, so I'll make one. I'll make one because I got some stuff to do to that trailer. Actually, I'm gonna take y'all with me tomorrow, man. I'll tell you, man, I hit a lick today, man. I caught some $1,400 brand new 17.5 with the sticker still on them, y'all. Thumbs up if $280 sound good to you. Woo! I put them country back up to the point where I'm gonna see what my trailer doing, get the little tune up, put some new bushes in it and everything. And ride on these $280 16 black. Yeah, thumbs up for good deals, man. Facebook Marketplace is the shit, y'all. Don't count them out. Facebook Marketplace save you some money, y'all. And I'm talking about these ain't never been mounted, ain't never touched the ground, still got stickers on them. $280 for the 4 of them, bro. No, not $280. $280 for 4. On my mama. If you get an out service or a Hotshot set up, owner operator can fix them. Can the owner operator fix themselves? It depends on where you at and who you dealing with. Because I got a whole shop. I got a whole shop in my truck. Basically everything to take everything off that truck that may need taken off besides it throwing a rod at the block. But anything that need to come off that truck or trailer, I got the tool to take it off and put it back on. And I'm telling y'all, that's the shit right there. When them folk bullshitted with me in Indiana, y'all go back and check out my biggest scam in Hotshot trucking. I sat there, I got all the stuff to do it with, and they will let you do it. So you got to sign off on it, and the crazy thing about it, I got a mechanic business. Like, I can sign off on this as the mechanic. Like, I can do this. I can sign off on it. They made me look on a piece of paper on the wall with 3 of their friends on there. I had to pick from 3 of their friends, call them out there with like a $240 per hour, 2-hour minimum to come. to come see me about some brakes that would damn near throw you out the windshield because they put me on a machine that was calibrated for a big rig, and my trailer brakes couldn't stop it. I got electric brakes. That shit ain't gonna stop 100,000 psi. I mean 100 psi air brake type of machine. Check day code on. Yeah, I did, man. And the crazy thing about, ooh, that's a 2019 tire. I said 919. I wasn't mad. I said, hell, they sit up longer than that in the store. Yeah, man, it was some bullshit. But they made me call their friend out. And their friend charged me like $400 something. Yeah, to lay under the trailer, actually get up and tell me that these people on some bullshit still charge me $400 something. And when I came back to the inside the station to show him the paper where the man signed off, he didn't even want to see it. Tell him what that sound like. Call no shit out, but that was some bullshit. And they were happy to do it. That was the fucked up part about it. They were happy to do that shit. Made a damn day. Only thing would have made a day better if he could have kept it out of service on my record. And then he ain't erased it. That shit still was there. I just got inspected, what, 3-4 days ago in Connecticut. And flying colors. Come my shit right. But at the same time, that same shit was on there that same day. And the last 3 inspections I got since that, the same shit ain't nothing changed because I got never adjust brakes. Every time I hit the brakes while I'm in reverse, it open the shoes up and keep the clearance the same. That's why they call them never adjust brakes. That's why I spent the extra money on the trailer. That's why I got all the axles and shit upgraded. They ain't no 7Ks, they 8Ks, they got bigger brakes, they never adjust. With shoes did wide, instead of shoes did wide. My trailer stops. So, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker stop. And there ain't no bullshit. When I say it stop, it stop. And I'm talking about the whole truck with the load on it. Y'all know I ain't putting no more than 10,000 on the deck. I'm talking about it stopped the whole truck with the load on it. Dexter, yeah, Dexter. Grease bath 8K. Fuck that torsion shit. That shit ain't stable on side to side with the rigid. It ain't right. That shit for horse trailer. Let them folk have that shit for their horse trailer. Them low boy trailer, all this car trailer shit. You'll find out if you go down there to San Antonio with my homeboy at. They got a big ass air conditioner distributor. They ain't gonna load that trailer. Cause you gotta use dunnage to put them air conditioning units over the fenders. You can't even pull that $3,500 load cross country. You don't even know where it's at. That's in your state. And you know what I'm talking to. You know where it's at. It's in his state. But at the same time, pull up with that trailer and see what happens. Pull up with that trailer and see where they load them $40,000 units across them 2 4x4 pieces of dunnage you're gonna put across them fenders for to make it fit. Cause the air conditioner is the width of the deck. The fenders is the width of the deck. Man, this ain't no experiment, dog. I think this should work. It might work. I think they'll probably be better. We'll see. Jane Nelson, if you're in Austin, you know that they don't even make the air conditioner there. That's the killer part about it. They so serious that, well, those ain't even their air conditioners. They just warehouse and protect them. Until the order come in, they pull the units, put them on the trailer, and send them to the job site as needed. It's an overflow warehouse. Dexter 12K, that's a strong axle. That's a strong axle, man. What do I think about disc brakes on the trailer? Awesome. You just gotta keep an eye on them, you know, for pad wear and everything, so you can change them before you eat up a rotor or something. But electric over hydraulic, dead brakes, the shit. And it's easy to change the pad. You ain't gotta really break nothing down. It's quick. It's a quick change pad, you know. So yeah, I'm with that. Really, I think back on me ordering my trailer, I should have did the electric over hydraulic. I might have passed that test that day. I don't know. I don't think nothing can stop that except air brakes though. But screw me too, y'all. I just want to holler at y'all, you know, I'm on some more shit. I had a long day. I'm eating done. San Antonio spot had you waiting too long, but it's always good paying low. Hey, Jai, that's the truth. Because you got, if you ever been there before, you got a lot of checkpoints. If you ever need some V-boards, you pull a load out of them, They got V-boards. They got cases on by the thousand. Cause they gonna check point that load. They gonna check that manifest 2 times. They gonna come out there and watch you strap it. If you ain't got the V-boards, they gonna provide the V-boards. You need to have enough straps on deck right now. When they come out, if your shit ain't like it's supposed to be, they will put your ass up out of there. For real. They will push your ass right on up out of there. And you ain't gonna be coming back no more. Don't even worry about it, cause the shit too serious. Now I keep telling y'all, this shit serious. So when you come with your V-boards, your straps, you got everything right, then you gonna pull from that stage there to another stage there where another person finna come out with a clipboard and look at it and check out we got V-board on everything. Snap a picture, go snap a picture. Then the dude from the first stage there gonna come and sign off on his. Then they gonna send you to another spot, just a line, just to get out, because at the gate, they been do all that again and go all the way around that truck before you go out that gate. Yeah, it's a long wait. That shit pay down to $3 a mile if you talking right though. For real. And then got it. I done seen folks come out there from Houston to Memphis for $1,000 before with a whole 40 feet. I come up there with a 35 foot and came on cross. I came on cross the New Orleans three drop job site for 325 miles. I don't know what they folk doing. I don't know what wrong with these people. Y'all don't be one of them now. Please don't be one of them, cause that shit hurt, man. But you queuing there. I'm finna get off here in a minute, cause I got shit to do. I got some soft up in there. Yeah, Lord. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all. If you in Hotshot trucking, or you think about getting in Hotshot trucking, and if you don't get your family with you, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I got a hell of a fine little team, man. For real. It ain't nothing but a few little small little boom in this team. Man, I gotta shout my wife out, man. My wife is awesome. First of all, to put up with me, because I'm driven as fuck. I do what I do. And it's to the point where I see some shit right there. I don't give a damn what's happening all the way through there. I'm still looking way down here. I ain't got my ass on all this stuff. That's just shit you got to go through in life. And once you understand that and get that shit in your head, you'll understand life a little bit better. That it ain't always about the journey or the destination. It's about keeping your eyes on what it is and sticking to the script, regardless of what the circumstance it might be. For real. And like I said, to have people in your corner that can put personal doubt to the side, man. Cause this, like I said, this ain't no cakewalk. This ain't no shit that you just gonna bust out and everybody gonna have a ball and everything. Y'all gonna be going out buying goddamn Gucci shades and slippers and everything the first 2-3 months, 2-3 weeks. Shit, it might be a year for some people. But at the same time, to have somebody there that got your back in the midst of everything and know that you got the best interest of the family. This ain't about no fame shit. This ain't about no... It's about changing your family life, man. It's about changing people around you for the better. Giving some people some opportunities that are around you that you know that are worthy of the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You see some in people and you can actually create employment and livelihood for people, man. And that's cool stuff. Even if that's not just the complete intention of your company, when you move these loads, you keeping people employed. When you get this stuff to these job sites and you move this equipment and you getting it there on time and in correct order and you getting your money, you getting on down and doing what you do. I'm talking about on the ground all the time. This how their country keep in motion. This what made the world turn. Like, people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand just because we do Hotshot, just because people drive truck, this shit make the whole world turn around. Because when they come off the ship, where it got to go? On the truck. When they come off the train, when they get off the ship, where it got to go? On the truck. When they come out the warehouse and they going right there to the little corner store, what they got to use? A truck. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why fluctuations and all that stuff, y'all have noticed, I don't be having my ass on that shit. While that shit doing this, like I told y'all, while the market up and down doing this shit right here with a solid business plan and just really having your ducks in a row and thinking about contingency, worst case scenarios, and in all scenarios, your shit will continue to do this while the market does this. Have I heard of anybody running 2020 Silverado how they're going curious about the 10 speed with the 4? I haven't had anybody that's running it. I got a couple of guys that talking about getting one. The Denali that's in the fleet is a 19, and it's got a 6 or an 8 speed. I'm not sure how to call, bro, cause I don't want to tell y'all wrong. Cause he told me one time, but I don't want to tell y'all wrong. But as far as the General Motors, you'll be surprised. Don't just let that shit on paper. The shit they put on paper, the sheet, towing capacity and all that shit, don't let that fool you out. Them people would not build in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22 a vastly inferior truck to anybody else. I'm just saying. We gotta be honest. I know people like what they like. I like Dodges, Fords are cool, GMs is alright. But guess what? Chevy's not gonna intentionally build an underdog truck that nobody's gonna buy and be able to work to its fullest potential right along beside the other big three. It's stuff that my owner operator in that Denali have put on the front of his trailer. I know for a fact my truck would have squatted a little bit. That GMC stood up like a soldier. He had a Humvee with the trailer on the diamond seat. And run that, yeah, he ran that Friday, dropped it out Saturday. What's going on, Nikolai? Man, I'm still trying to make it, bro. It's just a little talk back and forth, man. Just a little something going on, but shooting the breeze. We were talking a little bit about trailer issues and, things to look out for. As far as oil seals, oil bath axles, even grease bath axles. At least once every month or two, you need to actually, it doesn't matter what kind of trailer this is, you need to actually jack that trailer up from the backs. Go ahead and jack the legs up. Jack the trailer up from the back. Sit it on jack stands the way your rims and tires on your axles are free fall in the air. They're sitting in the air. You can spin it with your hand. And you need to grab that tire and rock that tire on that hub. At least every 2 months. With a Hotshot trailer, oil or grease, it doesn't matter. Are you ready to start building a used Dodge truck? Man, I got a little something for y'all, man, but at the same time, I really want to do it on a dually. But I got an 06, and really, I think the perfect present for that truck when it hit 500,000 miles is just go fucking crazy on it. And be honest with you. I hope y'all all be here for when that go down. Thumbs up if you want to see me go crazy on the 06 24 valve 5.9 and see if we can blow the head off that motherfucker. I mean, just thumbs up if you want to see that. Because it's getting close 500,000 miles on that truck, y'all. What's good, JB? I'll let you for a minute. Got my CDL looking to get on the road in the next 30 days. All right, I want to ask you where you leave your trailer when you're not working, because there are too many people live in small housing apartments, have nowhere to leave my trailer when not working. You may want to check with the different trailer repair places in the area and also the towing yards. They're usually good. You have to pay probably a weekly or a monthly rent for your spot, but it'll be more secure. And make sure you get the best trailer lock that you can. The best trailer lock that you can. I'm fortunate enough in my neighborhood, I got a cul-de-sac like half a block down from my house, and in the middle of the cul-de-sac, no one lives there. It's just an open field, so I just back in and nobody says anything. I used to park it in my driveway. Homeowner association kind of don't like that, so I stopped parking it in my driveway and just started putting it in the cul-de-sac. I was leaving it at the truck stop. I was doing that, but in the event that you leave it on a Friday and you don't come out to run to a Tuesday, if you at the Loves or the Pilot, it's possible that they could put a towaway sign on it and say, hey man, you gotta move it 72 hours, or it's free game, and then you gotta go find your trailer. So best thing I can say is go to a towing yard or wrecking service and talk to those guys. But by all means, get a super good trailer lock, whatever fits your neck or your lock, bulldog coupler, whatever. You got a shocker, you need to get that big $150 lock, whatever you need to get, you need to secure that trailer. And more definitely, if you can get a trailer lock that comes with the lock that goes up on the adjustment bolts, the actual torque bolts on there, the 2 bolts on there, if you get a lock for that, that's good too. Because when I first started parking my trailer and I first got my shocker hitch, I ain't have a lock for it. I used to take the whole hitch out. Man, you gotta bring a hitch, you gotta bring the board out, you gotta bring your whole coupler. Fucking with me, because the way I was looking at it, I was like, damn, anybody could pull up under here, trailer damn near 11.5, and the damn shocker, I bought it on a lick, y'all. I ain't paying no $1,000 for that thing. I bought that on a lick from Louisiana too, off Facebook Marketplace for like $450. So I'm like, God damn, they can pull up under that. That's like $12,000 they roll out with. I'm gonna take the whole damn shocker out and put it in the truck and take it with me. You pull up, you got a half a nub sitting up there with nothing to hook to. So you had to bring your own shit to get my trailer. But you know, that was temporary till I got the lock and all that stuff that go with it. I ain't going, bro. You gotta bring all your own shit fucking with me. For real. He leave mine at the church, parking lot. Half of it's never used. Yeah, that's pretty good. Most time, if you got a good relationship with people around you, they'll let you leave your trailer on their stuff. And church parking lots are good. And you know, you gotta be a real asshole to go steal something from the church. But just a matter of fact, my first church I ever played for when I was a little bitty kid. I've been doing it for a long time. Somebody broke in the wintertime and stole all the heaters out of the church. So ain't nothing above being fucked with. So, you know, like I said, I always secure that with a lock. But that's a good spot though. Church parking lot pretty good. That shit was terrible, y'all. Man, we came in for church that Sunday, man. It was cold. Wintertime, like February. Nothing but empty spaces in the corner. No heater. No heater. A little bit of country church, boy. I couldn't stand to lose 10 pennies, let alone 3 heaters. Oh yeah, I like the shocker. Yeah, I do a little maintenance on it too, man. I suggest when you first buy the shocker, go ahead, go online and buy you a set of spare bushings and a spare airbag. This stuff doesn't fail, but anything can happen. I just got a spare airbag. It's 3 bolts, boom, boom, boom. And those bushings, the little rubber stops that keep it from overextending up, they're solid as hell. They've been lasting on mine, and I do a lot of good stops. Like I stop with weight from high speed a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? You could buy those and they just swap out. What I will say is I pump grease in the grease gun inside of all the grease certs, which the other one does lube the ball. The one on the bottom of the shocker, it does lube the ball from the inside, which is cool. But I make sure to spray some white lithium grease, you know, every once in a while on the bag and on the actual bushings, just to make it a little bit more supple, man. Just keep, because it's always in constant contact with UV rays. It's always out in the sun. That bed is like wide open to the sun. So just to help it out with the sun and drying and cracking and possibly deteriorating, which the other ones, which the bushings are polyurethane, they're not going anywhere, but they will split over a period of time. So we just want to keep everything greased up, quiet, and moist, you know what I'm saying? But that pretty much all the maintenance on them. Keep it greased, buy those little bushes, just keep them with you. That, man, I'd have put I put 200,000 miles on my trailer, and that's no bullshit. I probably put like 75,000 on there with that shocker since I had it. So, yeah, it been A1 though. I ain't had no problems out of it. None of the components look to be wearing at all. And like I said, just keep it greased. That's the biggest thing. Cause like people sometimes complain that the through bolt for the equalizer on the trailer, oh, it doesn't have a grease cert. That's one of the biggest things I wish it had. I wish it had a grease cert. I wish it had a grease cert. I'm so tired of hearing people saying that shit because they don't maintain their trailer well enough to have a grease cert. Because the simple fact of the matter is, once you introduce a greaser and you pump grease in there, once grease is in there, it's going to attract dirt. If you don't continuously, every week or every 2 weeks, pump some fresh grease in there and pump the grime out, it deteriorates the boat and the boat wears out faster and the whole little system wears out faster. So just to keep you, basically people that don't maintain their trailer, which is like 85–90% of people, they make a solid boat and it rides on a bushing and that's just what it is. It don't get lubricated because they know people ain't gonna do it. And once you introduce grease the first time in there and you sell it to a customer and they drive it, they're not gonna grease it. So all that grime in there, it's gonna wear the bushing, the whole little sleeve out way faster. And then you get a situation where your equalizer break like some people we've seen before. And that's with or without grease. If you don't maintain this stuff with or without grease, you have yourself a time bomb. And that's why I put myself, see, like, right now, I'm out of service. DOT ain't saying shit. I just passed my last inspection 3 days ago with nothing. I'm out of service because I put thumbs up if you know one thing. It's some inspection that you done passed, not this one for me, but it's some inspection that we all done passed. Well, it was something wrong with that truck. They just didn't catch it, but it was something wrong with that truck. You know. Ain't like I'm the only one been sitting up there thinking, man, I hope they don't look at such and such and such and such. Man, I hope they don't see that little line I was finna tighten it up yesterday. We ain't like we perfect out here, doc. Cause shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens, man. And it's just the bare knuckle truth of the whole thing is that, man, shit happens. And when it can be in your control, you should try and keep it in your control. So if I know my tires looking kind of weird, DOT say they good until they get some wire in it, but they don't look good enough to run another 3,000 miles, possibly 4,500 miles, be back at home regardless of the load. Because you can't have no tires that you like, man, my trailer can hold 10,000, but because of these tires, though, man, I ain't going to run but 6,000 on here. You can't do that. It don't work. The moment you go out and do that, you're going to see a load that 8,500 pounds, but it pay real good, you're going to put it on there. You're going to be on the side of the road, too, but you're going to put it on there. Because ain't no way you could be sending 10 miles from a load that pay $3.50 a mile, and it ain't going but maybe 100-some miles. You like, that's nothing. I put that on there, even though I say I wasn't going to put but 3,000–4,000 pounds on here. I'm going to do it anyway and make that little money. Ain't but 150 miles. Yeah, it's going to be on the side of the road. And you'll be mad at you. You'll be mad. You're going to be mad at you. So while you at home, like I always say, while you at home, you're able body. Everybody, man, I need home time. I work 7 fucking days a week. It is what it is. I ain't got no day off. And I don't want no day off. Because the time while you taking days off, talking about what you ain't gonna do in the midst of knowing what needs to be done, will be the next week you come out and kill somebody. You got people, including the people I did work on, you got people losing duels on the highway, man. On a 10K X, I want y'all to know that them 2 rims, those 2 tires, and that drum hub assembly probably weighs a little bit over 130 pounds combined. And that's just with some 10 plies on it. You running 14 or 16 plies on that duo with that hub, because that hub is heavy as hell. It's cast iron. That hub about 60 pounds by itself. That drum hub, probably about 60 pounds. If y'all ever did any work on 10K, ask 12K, ask hit the thumbs up, and you know that drum and hub assembly about 65 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, when you can see it, when you can prevent it, that stop you from being negligent. You keep a good record and write this stuff down when you make maintenance calls, because in the event of something terrible, catastrophic happening, that's beyond your control because things happen. You got a record of maintenance on this trailer. When the last time you put tires on this truck? When the last time you changed the oil? When the last time you put brakes on this truck? When the last time you even washed this truck? Yeah, I got the receipt from when they go through the car washing. It ain't often. But at the same time, you keep everything because nothing is too small when things like that happen. In catastrophic events like that, the first thing you're going to be thinking about is, oh my God, is everybody all right? And the first thing the lawyer's going to be talking about is, they say you got $1 million policy, right? Yeah, so that's when they're going to stick you for $2 million. You'll find out that $1 million ain't shit. You kill one person, that $1 million gone. I mean, it gone. That shit's nothing. It's just a word, a number, and some shit they require for people to have to run and shit. But that $1 million policy ain't worth a damn. I'm telling y'all. If you kill my mom out here, I'm going to want more than $1 million from you. With that bullshit strapped down on the trailer and moving around, and your goddamn straps coming loose, and you run 700, 800, 900 miles with some shit, and ain't checked the strap down time, and you get where you're going, and you woohoo, the strap down loose, and I don't know what happened. You're an asshole. That's what happened. You're an asshole. And you kill my mom out here, I'm gonna want more than $1 million. So just keep it in your mind now. That $1 million policy, we pay all that money for every month. That shit crazy, but it don't mean nothing. John Nichols said, what I think about Hotshot with a 6.4 Hemi 2500. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Man, just don't. Whoever think about that, unless you pull in one car, like one car, or a bumper pull like 16-foot trailer or something like that, don't do yourself like that. I know the price of a diesel a little bit more. The maintenance cost, people talk about the maintenance cost is really high, but for the operating cost of the truck, it really ain't for the mileage that it'll last. And yeah, that fuel bill would be crazy, Hotshot veteran. You're talking about getting possibly a strong 4 to 7, 8 miles to the gallon pulling a loaded trailer. That's at the most. I don't think you're gonna get 8. I think you get 5 to 6 to 7, somewhere up in there. And believe me, that Hemi is gonna be screaming all the way because it doesn't make the amount of low end torque that's needed to keep this stuff moving at speed with the wind resistance. So with the wind resistance playing a part in that truck and pushing that load back, even though it might not be heavy at 65 miles an hour, it's gonna make your truck downshift. Like it's going up a hill all the time. So you can imagine the stress that's put up on that, and the fact that the Hemi has a set of lifters in it that's known to get that Hemi tick, boy, when you run it up high RPM like that, that motor don't like that unless you put a different set of lifters in it. And even with that being said, the ride journal, the width on the ride journals, the main bearing not so much problem, but the ride journal, the width on the ride journal is like 1/3 the width of a Cummins ride journal, like this, Hemi like this. So you know what's gonna wear out faster. You got less surface area to put that load that you're placing on that truck trying to pull a mountain with really kind of not enough truck. And like I said in my other video, I ran up on a guy that he is doing it right now, and he has just successfully found out how much a 66 RFE transmission costs for one of those while coming out of California pulling those mountains with less than 7,000 pounds on the trailer. That's something to think about right there. And he told me that truck would not shift into 4th or 5th gear for nothing in the world. It could be going flat ground, 65 miles an hour. It would not go into direct drive. That truck was in a strain. Anywhere from 45 to 5,500 RPM all the time. When it finally relaxed, you still sitting at about 3,500 RPM, getting 5, 6 miles to the gallon. 6.6 Duramax. I love that motor. They keep making it better. They keep making it better. 6C Duramax, that's a good engine. That's a tried and true engine. That's an engine that's been used by everybody all the way to the military. Every engine got its own quirks and things like that. But yeah, 6C Duramax ain't never been a bad engine. Be honest with you, some early ones, but you still got some of them running a long, long time right now. So yeah, 6C Duramax. My only thing about how I am with these engines is, man, truth be told, 6 in a row is meant to tow. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way a straight 6 engine is set up to run, not only is it a neutral balance basic motor, but it have companion cylinders, y'all, and that's why the torque production is so smooth and linear on a straight 6. 1 and 6 fire together, 2 and 5 fire together, and 4 and 3 fire together. And through those companion cylinders firing together and being on separate strokes and pulses, and that engine goes like this, like this, like this, it creates a neutral balance. It creates what they call almost perfect balance on this engine while it's going through the torque production. It's not twisting the block because there's nothing to twist. Everything is in a line. Hence the word inline 6. In a V8, there's torsional twisting, how you crack blocks and different things like that once you turn them up. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And then with the straight 6, it's always the debate about that Cummins is always break, that Ford is always break, that Duramax is always break. But I'm going to tell y'all something that manufacturers won't even tell you. Do I ever clean out the EGR valve? Yeah, it's an EGR gasket. Just buy the gasket, take it out, clean that whole thing out, get you a shop vac, suck it out. But what I was saying, what most manufacturers won't tell you, you know what I'm saying, about the way their engines are set up. It's called Holland Fleet, Pro Fleet, they run all over, they must make it work. Yeah. Yeah, I can believe that Hotshot Variant. I know they gotta make it work or they went wrong. Man, hey Josh, whenever your mind hits you, clean that stuff, man. It ain't gonna be too soon. You'll rather do it now than on the road, address any issues. Then you can take stuff off like your doser, injector, and all that. You can simply dunk it in hot water to get all that death crystallized residue off of it. It'll clean that injector, because most time they put in a DEF injector on your truck. It's just clogged up in the pintle valve, and it's stuck because all the crystals in there because the truck might have sat or something like that. You can clean that off, and that valve works. That injector works again. That doser valve, it works again. That's just bullshit. I've been there. I cleaned one off and put it back on my own damn truck. It worked. But at the same time, it's just a game. But like I said, with those trucks, the way the engineering is done on those engines being in a V configuration, such as the Ford or the Duramax, you have what they call up pipes. If you're a Ford guy, you're a Duramax guy, you know what up pipes are. Up pipes are the result of having a V8. You got 2 banks of cylinders coming up to the cylinder head, and they exhaust, and it comes out around the back of the engine and goes up to the turbocharger. Well, if y'all know or y'all understand, and probably hydrodynamics as opposed to thermo and other type of dynamics, especially when it deals with air pressure and delta P and different velocities of air and how air is compressible and how air turns corners and things like that. If you understand that, you understand unequivocally why the Dodge exhaust brake is stronger than all the rest of them. If you think about what's going on, liquids are not compressible. Your oil that fires those good Huey Ford injectors is not compressible. That's what makes the boom. That's what makes that injector do that. Because when it hits that, when that solenoid hits that oil ain't going nowhere. It's gonna eject, it open the valve and eject, it start the firing process for that injector. But with that same principle being true, air does compress. So you think about the way that straight six is made, and that exhaust manifold comes off on the passenger side, and it goes short runner right there to the turbo, and that's where your exhaust braking happens right there, where the vanes close up on the turbo. You'll see the shortness of that path, which gives that air less space to compress. In comparison, you'll have the up pipes that come off the side of a Ford or a Duramax, turn around the back of the block. It has joints on there because these are curves, and they got probably flex couplers on it, and it goes up to the turbo manifold where it actually feeds the hot side of the turbo. So when you think about it, the path of exhaust coming out of the engine, going around the engine, going around the back, going up the firewall into the turbo, leaves you all of that piping for air to be. And you're stopping it at the turbocharger to create a braking effect, and all this air backs up to the engine, and the engine struggles to push the piston up, which slows the truck down. That's exhaust brake. Okay, now you think about all the extra volume of air that's in those two spaces being compressed. By the time that air volume becomes of a pressure to build, it's not acting on the piston with as much force as if it was a very short column of air, being compressed like this, rather than a very long column of air being compressed back to this state. So mechanically, it just can't be done. A Ford is all brake, a GM is all brake. Will never, unless they completely redesign the engine and make it a straight 8 or a straight 6 to get that short running pathway, so you can put the banana in the tailpipe at the beginning of the pipe instead of 3 to 4 feet of pipe away. It's just more effective. Even though that's tight in the engine bay, that's still 3 to 4 feet of pipe that air has to travel through in order to even be acted upon by the turbo vanes to give you a braking effect. So they just can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen because it's mechanically impossible. It just doesn't work on physics like that. And they'll try to dull it in by dropping injector time or pulse the injector at top dead center during a braking event, but their fuel economy suffer. Can't have it both ways. People talk about enterprise running and trying to keep your overhead low when starting out. Got a friend who is going off the rails, and he watches your channel. Oh, okay, yeah, most definitely, Nikolai. Okay. Hotshot, trucking, big rig, tanker, walking flow, hopper bottom, whatever. When you think about a rental, as far as a power unit, I want you to think about when you see rentals. When do you see rentals? You think about it. Let's just say UPS truck pulling doubles, big old yellow rental unit pulling it. Well, that's an owner operator that runs this same route every day, knows what he has to do, but his truck is down for whatever reason. He needs a replacement for a short-term period of time. Even if it was an extended period of time, he knows exactly how many miles he's going to run. So that's why you see that. In contrast, in this business, if you depend on miles to make the money, which I told y'all, miles gonna fix everything. If you run the miles at the right rate, that'll fix everything. The miles gonna solve the problem. But you do not leave yourself in a position to be able to run miles with a clear conscience when you rent a truck. And the premise behind renting a truck is basically, it's called a long-term rental program, but it's a play on words. It's kind of like jumbo shrimp. Long-term rental program, you just did a short-term lease by the mile. And we all know that people that lease cars know leases are based on by the mile. Rentals, overages. Rentals are based on overages of miles if you got an agreed upon set of miles. And that's what happens. It's based on overages, but they won't word it like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll say a long-term rental and 2,500 miles. Like I said in the other video, click the like button. If you do this shit, you understand that 2,500 miles ain't shit. Click the like button, click the thumbs up, whatever. If you understand that 2,500 miles ain't shit, 2,500 miles is running the load out and coming back home. 2,500 miles ain't shit, y'all. So, like I said, if you came in on the first of the month and rented your truck and it has a 2,500 mile grace period where you can run 2,500 miles and your set price is what you pay, you don't pay for that, more than likely by the 4th of the month, you'll be to surpass that. I mean, tell me when y'all come out and run. People that do this. 3.5 days at 2,500 miles, Christopher Anderson said, and he know what I'm talking about, because he right. And 3.5 days at 2,500 miles is rolling. You rolling. You rolling. You rolling. You doing your damn job. You out here chasing a check and you grinding, for real though. But how can you do that with a clear conscience and not have made one of the biggest investments that you're going to make as a company be a fixed expense instead of a variable expense? That's dumb shit. I'm just being honest with you. If you ain't running dedicated loads in a dedicated region, in a dedicated amount of time, in a dedicated space, in a dedicated number of miles, you setting yourself up for because the load could justify it. And you say, man, I'm finna run these 2,500 miles straight out on this one load. And it could justify it. And then you get out there and find mediocre stuff coming all the way back. That's another 2,500 miles. 4 days, 2,500 miles, basically. That's another 2,500 miles. So you're 2,500 miles over your minimum with something that didn't pay like you think it should. And you just went out there and killed yourself to make that one good one. And then damn near every load you run for the rest of the month pays mediocre. You lost. You lost. Man, these motherfuckers flying shooting stars ain't just falling out the sky all the time. These loads don't pay like this all the time, y'all. I compound freight. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. I compound freight to get that money. You're not going to load that horse full and think you're going to get $3, $4 a mile. It ain't going to work. And see, enterprise rental will skew your operating costs. So now when you had the possibility of running at 50, 60, 70 cents a mile and getting a load for $1.40 and profiting 50, 60, 70 cents a mile, you just took that opportunity completely away from yourself just to make something look a certain kind of way. You took that whole opportunity away from yourself, and now you're at $1 a mile and you run the same load that's $1.40, $1.50, and you can't profit but 20, 30, 40 cents. Just cut your head off. And you sacrifice like that, you sacrifice your profit for what? Low maintenance. I'm scared of some tires. I'm scared of fucking fuel filters or some shit going out on the truck. Bitch, what is you doing? What is you out here for? I'm just saying, if you scared of that, you crying like that. Let the baby keep the job, you go get a regular job. Because you out here running for maintenance and you that warranty, the best warranty you'll ever have is the warranty you never have to use. This shit ain't for people that ain't responsible and willing to be accountable and be like, man, that's too big of a risk. Just go buy a truck with a warranty on it then. If you scream about a warranty, don't want to do too much maintenance, you don't want to buy no tires and brakes, you don't need to be doing it. Thumbs up on that. If you got your mind set on running the truck for a whole year, don't buy no tires and brakes and just let everybody else handle everything, be ready to pay them. Be ready to get their ass $2,000 a month for a truck note, $2,200, $2,500 a month for a truck note because you out here chasing a chick. You chase that motherfucker right off a cliff. You gonna look back and wonder what you did this year. Because you gonna see the number gonna be there. You have shit to show for it. You have shit to say, man, you ain't gonna see shit. You don't never realize your potential because you gave all the money away. I've been saying this. If you don't have to pay somebody to do something, learn the shit yourself, do it yourself. My truck will be paid off by about 300K mile, paying no extra payment. No way I do a rental. Bruh, I'm telling you, man. And look, truck rolling. So what? If you gotta put a CP3 on that truck at 170,000 miles and you been using that truck strictly for Hotshot at 170,000 miles, I know you made $200,000. If you want to do it, I'm gonna run $1.10 a mile for all miles. You made 200 some $1,000. Get what? You could put an injector pump on that truck. That truck deserve a fucking injector pump. You go trade the truck back in for another truck, start over again, still ain't got yourself nothing. Then when you fill out your carry pack and they talking about how many trucks you own, how many trucks you lease, how many trucks they did that. Now you got to sit over here and put the lease down. Get what? They skipping over your ass when it comes to them loads that really got to be there at a certain time, a certain place for a value customer. They skipping all over your ass. Because they don't want the headache of somebody not paying their bills on time. They know at least if you buying a truck and they got a lien on it, you paying through a finance company, at least you got 2 months to fuck up. I know one thing, if your money ain't there with Enterprise, month 1, they come and get that motherfucker. They take the rest of that shit out your deposit. Right and tell you that. Have fucked up money, see don't your truck come up missing. At least with the dealership, you might get by 2 months and bounce back and get on your feet. Paint yourself in the corner real fast. For real. Paint yourself in the corner fast as fuck. So, I was asked to explain a little bit about the Enterprise rental. I don't think the best thing I should explain about it is that 2,500 mile minimum they talking about. It's called bait. Don't take the fucking bait. If you're gonna run a Hotshot, 48 state, cross country, regional, whatever, don't waste your time. Hell, I started to buy a couple generators and shit and started renting them out, buy me a couple dry van trailer and rent them out. Rental for people that need that for their time, if it's reasonable and it makes sense, and it makes sense on their dollars, it's cool. But I tell you this, if you're gonna rent a truck, just put a drive in it, just know you're running for nothing. You're running for nothing. It will never make sense. You can't offset it with nothing else. It just don't make financial sense. I agree with that. Hotshot veteran said the people that preach rental can't maintain their equipment. I give you that. But what about all the crackheads that ain't got no work? What about that handyman around the corner that know that shit backwards and forwards and he ain't got nothing to do and drop both of your filters for $40? Man, you dead right, Josh. Josh said I gotta get to that something soft in the other room. I'd have been on here 77 minutes, y'all. And I'm gonna hit this shower and handle my business. But it was, hey man, like, comment, subscribe. Help me build this page. Now you see, we just sitting here chilling, talking. It's just like we ain't been knowing y'all for years. But one thing about it, I'm here to help. Got them $40 1 hour consultation. $ JBUTLER 357 in the cash app. Just leave your name in or your number in the 4 line. Willie Brett, what's up, bro? Like I said, it's always love talking to y'all. Like I said, I'm here to help, man. Y'all got questions, I got answers. But, you know what I'm saying, till the next time, I'm going ahead and grab on something solid. But I want y'all to stay encouraged, man. There's a lot of people that wish, hoping, and praying, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of this stuff work out. And a lot of the wishing and hoping and praying that they doing is due to decisions that they made in the beginning. A lot of people done went from wishing, hoping, and praying and taking stuff and matters into their own hand and reaching out to lending institutions and getting absurd loans and things like that they're going to be responsible for many years to come. And that's one of the main reasons I got this channel, y'all. I hope y'all feel it because it's real. It come from my heart. I just don't want to see nobody come out here, do bad, lose their house, lose their property, kill somebody. It's just a whole lot of stuff that I had on my mind when I made this channel from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about becoming YouTube famous, nothing. I told y'all, we trucking like we trapping, baby. I get my mother off trucking. If I ain't running mine, I'm dispatching. And I'm doing all type of stuff. I'm consultations, all type of hustle, to the point where everything that I do is revolved around the trucking industry. And y'all gonna see, I'm gonna put out a video a little bit later on this week. I'm gonna show you a little piece of equipment that we been had almost a year in the fleet. And get what? A lot of people talk a lot of shit about what they do. I told y'all, I did what it take a normal trucking company, a normal hotshot company, 5 years to do in about a year and 2 months. You see people showing you on YouTube how the fuck up doing. I've been showing y'all from the beginning how to do it right. But till next time, y'all have a blessed night. Y'all be easy, man. It's love, peace, and get what? Man, fuck a hater. Y'all know what I'm gonna tell you every time. Fuck a hater. Can't nobody hustle this shit like you. Man, hey, grind this shit. Cause get what? At the end of the day, it's about your high level of determination, your willingness to do what has to be done in the face of adversity. They're gonna win here. Peace out, nigga. Like all y'all, man. Have a good night. Love.